Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the channel. This is the first video of Light Stream Gaming, my new channel. And the first game I'm going to be playing is Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. So, what is the channel about? Well, with this channel, I intend to share with you the viewers my hobby. Gaming has been a part of my life for pretty much as long as I can remember, and I wanted to start off with some of my favorite classic games. And like I said, I just want to start off with some of my favorite classic games because I have a lot of different ideas, a lot of different video series I would like to do. So expect to see classic games right up to modern titles. So NES, SNES, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Might see some Xbox stuff, Nintendo GameCube. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've been inspired by all the other YouTubers and Twitch gamers that I've seen, and like me, they have a deep love for video gaming, and I just felt that it's something that I would like to participate in as well. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Please don't hesitate to comment, like, share and subscribe, and let's get the ball rolling. Now I'm a big fan of the entire Ninja Gaiden series, and you can expect to see videos of the newer Ninja Gaiden games that first came out on the Xbox, the original Xbox console. But I really wanted to reminisce on some of my favorite older titles as well, so I'm starting with this one. And I started with Ninja Gaiden 2 because this is the one that I've actually played the most, and the one that I'm actually the best at. But I do intend to tackle Ninja Gaiden 1, the original for NES as well. One thing about the videos that I expect that I'll be producing, then they aren't speed runs, they aren't perfect runs. It's just me enjoying this pastime of mine of ours. And some of the ideas I have for the channel going forward are video series based on my favorite games, such as the Resident Evil series, Metroid series, of course Metal Gear, which is my favorite series of all time. There are a lot of games that I played once over the years, and this will be an opportunity to revisit them. Games like Brave Fencer Musashi. I'm a big fan of RPGs, so Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, the Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. And I just not too long ago finished the Final Fantasy 7 remake, so I want to go back and replay the original. And I have a pretty deep collection of video games, so as I go along, I'm more than willing to take input from the viewers as to what they would like to see. But I have lots of classics. At one point, pretty much I started only holding on to the classics. So games like Okami, Castlevania series, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And you know, there's Shadow of the Colossus, which I actually never finished. I'll probably make the effort to finish it up this time around. Games like The Last of Us 2 is coming out pretty soon. So I have ideas. I also want to do a series on Street Fighter 5. Basically, it's the road to platinum rank and beyond. I've been stuck in Gold League for the longest, and it's only in case of Street Fighter 5 that I really started to play a lot of online, and I realized that it's possible to be very good against the computer but not so good against actual other players. So yeah, that was a kind of surprise to me when I realized I'm not as good as I thought I was. So I want to do a series based on that. So I also have a Twitch streaming channel. The name on the channel is SKV Willow, but I may change the name of that channel if I can. I'm not sure if I can, to match light stream gaming, because I think it just makes more sense to have everything with the same name. So I intend to, at any rate, one way or the other, create a new Twitch streaming channel under the name Lightstream Gaming. So in addition to playing games on the channel, well, you know, this is a bit of opportunity for viewers to get to know me. First thing to note, well, you may have noticed I have a unusual accent, unusual to some, and it's because I am a citizen of the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. It's a pair of islands located the southernmost two islands in the Caribbean archipelago. So I live on the larger of the two islands, Trinidad. We have a very interesting history. We were a colony of Spanish, the French, the British, the Dutch. We have a long history in that regard, and those historical influences still persist up to today in everything from the foods that we eat to the names of towns and villages, and it's deeply embedded. That's our country's history. It's a beautiful place to live most of the time. Despite being as close as we are to Venezuela, Spanish is not our official language. Our official language is English. But of course, we do learn Spanish and French and other languages in school and so on. But we are a very cosmopolitan country. So you'll find persons from Trinidad who live in Trinidad from a variety of countries both within the Caribbean region and without. Oh dear. And I think probably pretty much anywhere in the world that you go, you will find this things from Trinidad, originally from Trinidad. So Trinidad is the larger of the two islands, and in some ways the more developed island, but that contrast is part of the charm of Tobago in particular, because I for one, I think many other people, they fondly consider Tobago to be the unspoilt beauty. So I have very fond memories of this game, and I can't tell you how many hours I've spent playing this game. I could think back to being probably 9 years old, 10 years old, and I mean back then I couldn't afford to buy games for myself, so you know, I would borrow from friends and so on, and there would be long periods of time between getting new games and things like that, so it forced you to get very good at certain games, because I mean that's all you had to play, so play it over and over and over and over and over. So I'm really enjoying this kind of walk down memory lane, the chance to play some of these favorites of mine. And I look forward to the channel growing. I look forward to interacting with viewers. I intend to read all or as many of the comments as possible. I mean, as the channel grows, hopefully, maybe I look forward to getting the input from the viewers. One of the things I really love about this game is the soundtrack. I think it's one of the best ever done. I'm not sure if it's going to be picked up in the microphone, but today is a very rainy day here. I'm hearing it pouring through the headphones. Can't really do anything about that. So this is not my first attempt at making a video for Gaiden 2. I had some technical difficulties. The camera that I originally planned to use was my DSLR, but it wasn't suitable for this purpose. So the result was me having to redo the video. But I think I have a working solution now, so this video is hopefully the first of many. Yeah, I got a little too cocky there. There's nothing like when you have a momentum going and it just you're in the groove. Yeah, I was having a time. So games like this, and in general, right, but particularly games that I think we're good at, you can kind of just enter a kind of zen state and just play. It's almost as though you're not actively playing. It's hard for me to describe it, but basically the way it feels to me is that I just enter a frame of mind where possibly my subconscious takes over, and it actually kind of frees up my mind to think about other things. So I remember coming home from school and putting on a game like this, and I could just shut down my active mind to an extent and play and kind of, well, unwind, yes, and get rid of any tension from the day, but also give me a chance to almost come up with solutions for other things that might be on my mind, you know, like especially as I got older and other more complex, like academic studies, like things that might be on my mind that I'm trying to figure out and things like that. You know, video game has always allowed for that, for solutions to just at the end of it, it feels like it just came to me, but I think more than likely what's happening is that with the active mind, disengage, the subconscious mind could come up with solutions to these things. So, and that's a big part of what gaming is to me. So I remember back in the day, this game was so ahead of its time with the cinematics, and it was the little things like lips moving, things like that totally blew my mind back in the day. It was so far ahead of everything else, the little touches. So, you know, right now his brows are furrowed, and they used to convey so much with so little. And I mean, Ninja Gaiden 1 was amazing in that regard too, but this one just totally blew it out of the park. And so, you know, when you see games now, like, you know, with all these cinematics and but there was still something amazing about oh dear. Oh dear. This area is very tricky. Those birds, the infamous Ninja Gaiden birds, yes, and bats, and flying menaces. Oh, nuts! Needed that. Well, I need this. Messing everything. Oh dear. These guys, they actually modeled after a boss from Ninja Gaiden 1. Alright, let me... nuts. Whew. Yes, sometimes the best course of action is to run. Yeah, they used to achieve so much with so little. I mean, some people might even call those cinematics, but that's what we had, and back in the day they were amazing. I think they still are. So there's this concept of muscle memory, that when you do certain actions repetitively, your brain and the muscles basically remember. So it becomes like second nature. And I think that's like the principle behind people who play musical instruments and perform certain other actions, probably surgeons and doctors and stuff. But I think it's also very true for people who play games. At least games, these kind of classic games that is something that I definitely but more modern games, I don't think it comes into play quite as much because they're so dynamic and they don't work the same way. So that character, Robert, every time I see him, he just reminds me so much of Charlie from Street Fighter Alpha. It's ridiculous. The jacket, the glasses, not the hair so much, but a little bit, yeah. Anyway. When you have the right sub weapon, yeah, you can make sure it work on some of these guys. And of course when you have your ninja clones. Loving that soundtrack. So this experience of starting a streaming channel, starting a YouTube channel, recording my first videos, this idea actually originated with respect to something else. Another channel, another topic altogether, which I still intend to pursue, and I'll probably talk about it when I get that other avenue up and running. But what I really wanted to talk about to say was it's interesting learning how to create the streaming channel, how to create the channel on YouTube, how to create a Twitch account, and how to capture video. Life could take you in some different directions, because this is not something that I thought about growing up. It didn't exist when I was growing up anyways, but basically like videography and cinematography, which this is to some extent. These aren't things that I ever thought about growing up, and that's life. I mean, things don't always go the way that you would think or plan or imagine, and I think being able to try new things and be dynamic, and I think it largely comes down to not being afraid to explore new things, because I think the single biggest thing that stands in the way of persons pursuing anything really is their own lack of belief that they themselves could do it. I think that and it's something that I've realized like little by little over the years, that most things in life aren't really hard. Like, it's just to have the willpower to do it, to try it. So something like plumbing, or like, you know, basic construction work or things like that. Basic, not engineer level stuff, but very often you hear people say that X or Y, that's too hard, I can't do that. And that right there, that thinking immediately shatters any chance of them actually doing anything. You know, because and they might find that if they attempt it, it's not really that hard. Right. And I am a firm believer now in, I won't hire somebody to do something that I could do myself. Sometimes it comes down to a matter of having the time to devote to do the thing in question, but the idea that you can't do it, I don't believe that. And my thinking now is, if it can be done, I could do it. And putting together these videos and figuring out how to do the different things I just spoke about is another example of that. So, if it can be done, I could do it. I remember a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago or something, Nike changed their logo, their motto, their, what do you call it, their slogan from just do it to I can, and so that just came back to me. I can, if it can be done, I can do it. I think it works. If Nike doesn't want it anymore, I'll take it. This background is very trippy. Oh man, this guy. Oy, oy, oy. And it's little touches, the little curl of the lips there. That was the extent of the animation and stuff, but hey, it worked. So there are some of these classic games that are notoriously difficult. Like I said, the next game I'm going to tackle is Contra, the original. When I'm playing these games, I don't attempt to use any tricks or cheats or anything of that nature. So no Konami code for me when I'm playing Contra. Why did I waste the time to go back for that? So, in terms of NES games, Contra is next on the list. I want to do Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Another one of those games that I spent many what else? I am actually more familiar with the Mega Man X series than I am with the original Mega Man games. I wonder if I could finish this guy off this time around. I have pretty good health, but well, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, the original Mega Man games, I've played them. I don't think I've actually finished any of them, so I'll give it a shot. I would like to play. I like to play to completion any of the games that I post videos of. So, for example, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, one of my very favorite games of all time. But to play that through to completion with no tricks and anything like that, might be well, for those who are familiar with it, they know my apprehension. Playing that game through to completion is, yeah. Another one is Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Yeah. Some games just getting to the final boss was the accomplishment, because getting beyond, beating the final boss was so. TMNT 1 is like that. Mike Tyson's Punch Out is like that. Ninja Gaiden 1 to an extent is like that. Double Dragon 1 is like that. So we'll see how it goes. But games like Metroid, some of those Konami classics, there's a game called Chakal. There were a lot of military team games from Konami back in the day. There's a game called Isolated Warrior that a friend of mine introduced me to. I'm thinking about, there's a game called Bad Dudes. And some of the developers, they're no longer around. So Bad Dudes is one. Data East was the developer, and they have a lot of games to their repertoire. Went out of business. So back then, I wish I had my flames, because the flames is what is the this guy is like. What's the thing about him? I would like to finish him off this. Gotcha. That was good. Yeah, boy. So one of the nice things about this, I think, which makes it easier to complete than the original, is that when you die on the last boss, you don't have to do all the forms again. You just continue, so that makes it doable. I think that was the caveat with the original, is that there was some wonkiness about the final boss that made it exceptionally difficult. You know, the idea that you could defeat multiple forms on one health bar, yeah. Back in the day, they had to get good. Dark Souls, yeah, well, those are the more modern stuff, but expect to see a Dark Souls video series. So, I mean, when I get to the modern games, I won't be able to do like a sit-down playthrough. I'll have to break it up. Although, you know what, I think like I may do some like some up all night playthroughs from beginning to end. But it depends on how long the game is. I could think of a few games that's not going to be feasible. So a game like Xenogears for the PS1, that's not going to be possible. I remember spending like 100 hours playing that game the first time. Chrono Trigger, I could do it, which is definitely something I want to do on the channel. Maybe Chrono Cross. I can't remember exactly how long that game was, but maybe I'll do Chrono Cross in a up all night playthrough. But Super Metroid, I could probably do an up all night playthrough. The original Metroid, I could do an up all night playthrough. And possibly Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2, like 8 hours or 6 to 8 hours, something like that. The Resident Evil games. The ones that I'm very familiar with, like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, and especially the remakes. Yeah, I could do some up all night playthroughs with those. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to do that in one shot. So yeah. Breath of Fire 3. I remember it took me a very long time to finish off that game the first time around. So I intend to do that would be a series that I have to break up over a period of time. Alright, I know there's some health. Regenerating enemies are the worst. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I have to make that do. So, and I intend to mix. I'm not gonna do strictly classic games, and then when I'm finished, all the classic games I wanna do, then move on to modern games. Now I'm gonna mix it up in between. So I'm gonna be jumping around, but I'll make playlists to keep things in an orderly fashion. Um, expect to see new content regularly. I'm going to make it my business to keep uploading new videos, and as the channel grows and develops, you might find I change up the intro, the outro. That was a pretty good run. That was a pretty good run. Like I said, I have a little bit of recent practice because this is not the first attempt I made at uploading video for Gaiden 2. The Dark Sword of Chaos by Techno. One of my all-time favorites. Great soundtrack, great cinematics, great gameplay. 10 out of 10, my opinion. I like this one more than the original, but I mean the original has. It's kind of hard to say that now, because the original. I have a lot of memories, and that's the thing about me and these classic games. Like I have a lot of fond memories of my childhood and playing these games and family members, and so. And I tend to be a very nostalgic person, so anything that really ties into my childhood, I hold very close. So there's certain TV shows, certain properties like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, things like that. I really, really sentimental about, just because of the memories that go along, that accompany those things. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope that you will join me again. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you'd like to see, and let me know what you think about the channel. Let me know what you think about the presentation. And I hope to join you again. Look out for the video on Contra. It's going to be coming very, very soon. I actually did one already, but I'm going to do it over because I didn't have the intro screen, I didn't have the outro screen, and the original camera that I was using froze up like with 3 minutes to go. So I'm going to do that over. That's the perfectionist in me. So that was actually the first video, but I'm going to change it. Especially now that I have a better understanding of how things are going and camera is working right, and yeah, I'm going to do it over. So Ninja Gaiden 2, Dark Sword of Chaos will stand as the first video. I'll do Contra for the NES. That will be video number 2, and we're going to keep it rolling from there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to let the end credits play because I love the outgoing music. that outgoing soundtrack, and I'm smiling to myself, just waiting in anticipation for it to start. And I didn't put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this video, and I didn't really. So I was of two minds of if to allow story elements in the various games to run or not. I think I will. So I was toying with Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes for the GameCube last night as well, and so I'll put in a spoiler warning. You know, I mean, it's you know, that's an old game at this point, but I like to let the story run. There's some games I probably won't let the story run because it just take too long. All the dialogue and stuff, it might just, like some of the RPGs. Well, we'll work it out as we go. And by all means, I'll be looking forward to reading the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And let's make the channel a great one. Yeah. Composer, you did a great job. That's all I gotta say. Man, I love the soundtrack in this game. Song director, guys, hats off. You know, best of the best. I think even in terms of modern games, this soundtrack is the best. The end. So guys, this brings us to a close. Hope to see you next time. Take care.